Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and today we are going to start the Red Deer Great One grind, and as you see, I just slaughtered a couple over here, and then I turn around and, well, we've got ourselves this beautiful piebald wherever it went. There it is. We got ourselves a level 7 piebald, and we're gonna go ahead and take it out next. And I know what you guys are probably thinking. Why would I be grinding for the Great One Red Deer if we haven't even got the Great One Black Bear yet? And, well, I decided that considering the Great One Black Bear is probably one of the most difficult grinds we have ever been on, it's probably going to be a good idea to keep some other grinds going as well. Otherwise, we're just going to get bored of grinding the Black Bear, and I really don't want to get burnt out on it. Considering it's been 2,000 kills with nothing for them, we definitely want to try and keep ourselves from getting burnt out, or else it's probably never going to be something we'll ever get, and obviously we want to eventually get it. So we will be kind of splitting the grinds between the Black Bear and the Red Deer, that way I don't get completely bored of hunting for the Great One Black Bear, because like I said, if I continue to just grind only them, I'm going to get very tired of seeing Black Bear after a while, and it's going to make the grind just way less enjoyable. And also another thing, since we are going to be taking out the Great One Red Deer or Black Bear, whichever one we find first, with the Red Raptor 6.5, I want to get used to using it. So let's take out this piebald with this loadout and see how it does. I did also want to mention that Tiawaroa is by far the best Red Deer map now, and because of that, I think this grind is actually going to go a lot quicker than it did previously, and also, I think that was a pretty good shot right there. It looks like we nailed him. Oh yeah, he's going down super fast. But as I was saying, with Tiawaroa easily being way better than it was before for Red Deer, I think this grind is going to go by pretty quickly. I mean, last time, with them being a nighttime drink zone and a little more spread out, we were still able to kill 3,000 in roughly 7 days, I think. So the first grind for our Great One Red Deer number 1 was incredibly quick because we were killing 500 Red Deer a day, averaging out to about 50 per hour since I was doing 10-hour grinding days. Definitely not going to be grinding that hard this time around, but I think we should still get it pretty quickly because of the fact that there is an increased amount of Red Deer in the same areas. So as I do this grind, I will show you guys every good thing that we end up getting, so this video will not necessarily be a grinding video, but kind of just showing off the trophies I do get from the grind over the next day or so, and then whenever I have enough for this video to come out, that's when it will be released. But we are going to be doing quite a bit of Red Deer grinding along with our Black Bear grinding, and I really hope that you guys are going to enjoy it. And that is a great piebald as our first rare of the grind. Now, there was a couple diamonds that we have got from this grind that I ended up getting right before I started grinding for the Great One Black Bear. I was checking out Tiawaroa because I wanted to see what the Red Deer were like after the update, and, well, we ended up finding a couple very large level 9s on our map, so I think let's go ahead and show those. Now, there is no commentary over these as I did take them late at night, but we will kind of just show them off here. Both of them were very large level 9s, the first one being at the lower Pukimaro Lake, and we took a long-range shot on it. It ended up getting a pretty decent hit, and it ended up being a pretty large diamond in the mid-260s. You love to see it. I love getting mid-260s to 270 diamonds. They are by far some of the most impressive looking Red Deer in the entire game, and the only thing that really makes them better is the Great One Red Deer. This next one was a little bit smaller, but still a pretty good looking Red Deer regardless, as it was the smaller version of that last rack. This guy was on the river near one of the outposts in an area that used to be really good for feral goats. We ended up taking a good shot on him, and once again hitting the vitals, and he did end up scoring diamonds. So that was 2 diamonds within the first 30 to 40 minutes of even looking on the map. Both of them were initial spawns. Just figured I would show those to you guys since I have not put them in a video yet. And now, we shall continue hunting around, and hopefully I can find a few more cool things to add to this video. If not, then I guess we'll see the trophy lodge next. Well, this is now the very next day from those last clips in the video, and we now have another really cool Red Deer in sight. Now, I have been grinding for the last hour or so, and we have got ourselves a level 9 to spawn. But it's not just any level 9, it's a very large level 9, going clear up to 290 on the estimate. This one has a chance of being a 270 scoring stag. Provided this is the bigger of the two racks that look similar, it definitely looks like it could be, but from this distance it can be kind of difficult to tell. However, from this look right here, I think it is the larger one, so this has a chance of being pretty huge. Let's get a shot into him, and hopefully he'll be as big as we think he'll be. And you know what's even more insane is the fact that this is not the only diamond on the map right now. There was a couple other diamonds at a different lake that I have been saving until I was able to record, because at the time of finding them, I was watching a movie and didn't want to stop watching it. So I was saving them for a couple runs, and it's been about 2 runs since I had those guys spawn in, and now this one ended up spawning as well. So we're going to have probably the first ever opportunity for me to take out 3 possible diamonds in consecutive order, and I'm curious if that is going to cause a great one to spawn. I've got a lot of theories as to like what could be done to try and help great ones spawn. I've always wondered if saving your diamonds until you get a bunch of them and then shooting them all at once will almost guarantee a great one spawn. It's hard to say, but this will be a somewhat decent test, having 3 of them back to back, and the first one being a 271. Oh my, this is the biggest red deer I've ever killed. Oh my gosh, that's not what I expected. I knew it could be a 270. I didn't think it could be a 271. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is already going way better than my last Great One Red Deer grind went. I can't believe that we just killed a 271. I thought it was absurd enough that we were about to take down 3 level 9s that have spawned within the last 3 runs, but now considering we just took out a 271, this couldn't get any better. The only thing that could make this better is if we get a super rare or a great one on our next run. I can't believe we just killed that. A 271 scoring diamond red deer. That is just absolutely insane. The just insane spread on this guy is ridiculous. This is definitely what made him score that high, is the inner spread. 5202 is pretty crazy. This is an absolute giant of a stag. Now, the other 2 that I found are definitely not as big as this guy, but we're gonna go take them out now, and hopefully getting 3 diamonds back to back to back will get us a great one to spawn. That's the hope here, and we're definitely going to see if it does very shortly. Also, before we go kill those other level 9s, I just wanted to point out that Tiawaroa is absolutely ridiculous now. The amount of stags that I'm currently seeing is... it's just insane. This is all at one lake, right here at the upper Pukimaro Lake. I have only been grinding these 4 lakes right here, and then this lake up here on this particular grind, and it has been going incredibly well. I mean, just the amount that are at this lake alone would be enough for somebody to grind. But let alone having this at 4 different lakes, I really feel like this is going to be a very fast Great One grind just because of how good this map is for them now. Obviously, since we're going to shoot these 9s next, we'll have to come back here and take these out, but when we do come back, there's going to be a ton of them to take out and hopefully get some good respawns. We are currently standing on top of the zone of one of those 2 level 9s at this lake. The other one is across the lake over here somewhere. I don't exactly know where his zone is because I spooked him off when I fast traveled previously, but I'm assuming he's going to be somewhere over on this side as he was running kind of in this direction. I will scan around a little bit until we find him, and then we will go ahead and take him out. Well, there he is, kind of in the bunch behind the others. That's a little unfortunate for us as we are going to have to get him to move, but at least we know where he is. Let's take a shot right there, and that landed way closer to them than I intended, but I think it'll still be good, and that should be a good shot right there. Looked like it would have been a vital hit, and it definitely was. So let's go ahead and fast travel over there, and it should pop this guy into render since he is using the zone we're currently standing on. Really interested to see what the respawns are going to be like from this. I wouldn't be surprised if we at least get a diamond respawn, but maybe even a great one respawn. And there he is. Oh, that is definitely not him. 1 second as I try to figure out where he went. And I just crashed before I could claim him. Oh, gosh, that's unfortunate. Tiabaroa has been really rough with crashes recently. That I will say. It's been very rough with crashes, which is really unfortunate. But, yeah, there's not really too much I can do about that. So, hopefully, the other one won't crash. Or hopefully we won't crash after getting the other one. Because that's one diamond lost to a game crash. That's sad. That's real sad. So I may have been... Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? There's no way. There is absolutely no way. So it seems that that crash obviously has triggered the respawns from those two that we shot, and we have another legendary next to the legendary that I was looking for. I am absolutely blown away. I've never had this happen before, where I crashed while going to claim a diamond, and the respawn from him came back as a diamond. Or a potential diamond, at least. There's no guarantee. This is just ridiculous. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm truly just at a loss for words at how absurd this luck has been. But honestly, this could just mean that we're going to get our great one relatively quick on this grind. And I'm really hoping that that is going to be the case, because this is a first for me. Out of probably 7,000 kills on Red Deer, and over 40 diamonds at this point, I've never had this many diamonds spawning in consecutive order, let alone like at the same spot. This is insane. Well, now that we have got over to this tripod, I think it's time that we take these out. I'm still just at a loss for words at how absurd this luck has been. Like I was saying a couple minutes ago, I've never had this happen to me in my around 7,000 kills of Great One Red Deer grinding and over 40 diamonds. Never before have I had an opportunity to take 4 back-to-back and have 3 of them be at the same lake, and 1 of them coming from a crash that caused us to lose one of the diamonds. This is truly a one-off situation that I doubt we will ever be able to replicate, and I think it's about time we attempt to make a shot on this guy since it's the hardest of the two, and then make the shot on the second one, and I do believe that we should have got both of them. Yeah, the first one is going down, and the second one is as well. That is beautiful. Now, let's hope we don't crash this time, because that would be very unfortunate. Well, I believe this is the second one we shot, as he was dying a little bit faster. This does appear to be, I believe, the smaller variation of this rack. There's not a lot of mass at the bases and halfway up, so I think this is the smaller one. And it's barely a diamond at 251.60, but it still ended up making it. That's just crazy to think that this guy respawned from that crash. That is absolutely wild, and I think that alone kind of shows that the whole supposed fix of them coming back as the same animal if you don't claim it, I think that probably isn't actually a thing, so that's a little unfortunate. I was hoping they would have fixed that, but I mean, I guess regardless, it still worked out in our favor, getting us a new diamond. And now for the very final diamond, or hopefully diamond, let's see what this guy ends up scoring. It does look like this might be the bigger rack mixed with the kind of mid-size rack. So this should be a diamond regardless, and it is at 254.60. This is actually the lightest weight of them all as well, which is very interesting, but that's kind of how True Racks is. You never quite know what it's going to throw at you when it comes to the rack that goes on top of the animal. But this is definitely the most interesting of the ones that we have taken out, and now with this being the 4th level 9 in a row, I'm so curious if we're going to have a great one spawn on the next run. So we're going to go ahead and reset the time and see if we manage to get a great one. I doubt it, but it's worth a check. So now that we have reset the time, I may need to go through all the zones a couple times in order to find all of the red deer, considering some of them do get to the zones later than others. And also, I did want to quickly mention something because I've seen a few people talking about this as of recent, not only on my own channel, but also on other people's channels as well, and I think a lot of people do forget that the stuff that you see in these videos though the video may be 20 to 30 minutes long, it doesn't take us 20 to 30 minutes to find the stuff that are in these videos. A lot of times we spend a couple days looking for them, spending anywhere from 3 to 10 hours on each of those days, and then compiling it all into a video, chopped down from all of the footage that we had taken throughout those couple days. And a lot of times, a video has a lot of effort put into it that you guys don't necessarily see because it's the boring stuff like just shooting 500 random red deer that aren't that impressive looking, and the only stuff that you guys really see is the stuff that is noteworthy, like these diamonds and rares. And a lot of times there'll even be situations where, though we're showing back-to-back diamonds in the video, we may have found them on quite different times of day and even different days at times. Like in this case, those 2 diamonds that were at the exact same lake, the one that we crashed on, and then the one that had the kind of split 50-50 rack, those I had found on one run, and then a couple runs later, while I was waiting for the movie I was watching to be finished, I ended up finding that 271, and so we started the clip with him, even though I had technically found the other 2 first. I just hadn't shot them yet, because I was waiting for a time where I could record. And that type of stuff does happen a lot throughout the videos that a lot of people make, including myself. You can't always record when you find something, so sometimes you do have to save it for a time when you can record. And I think a lot of that doesn't get understood throughout some parts of the community, where you may think that it only takes the 30 minutes that the video length is to actually find them, but in reality, there tends to be a lot of off-camera work that goes into getting this type of stuff for the videos. And I just figured that was something that's worth mentioning, since I have seen a lot of people talking about that with stuff like the Black Bear Great One grind. But at the end of the day, just because it looks like we have easy diamonds or may get better luck than you, a lot of times it's not a matter of getting better luck, and it's a matter of just putting in a lot of time, but most of it not really being on camera because we can't make a 10-hour video. So if you guys are not getting the greatest spawns in the world, or it may take you a couple hours to find something, just know that you're not alone. A lot of times that is the way it is for us as well. And I just feel like that's something that needs to be said because not a lot of people really talk about that. And I do feel like it is good to let all of you guys know that we have the same type of luck that you do. The only difference is, since we do this for a living, a lot of us have a lot of extra time to put into grinding and creating the content that we create for all of you to watch. But anyway, let's continue searching around and we will see if we manage to get another diamond or a great one from those respawns, because I am very curious what will happen considering we were saving diamonds up and then shooting them all at once. Will we possibly get something crazy to spawn? Most likely not, but it is worth checking. I tried this once before and it didn't really produce anything, but maybe the second time will get us something good. So I did a couple more runs around the map and did not find anything too impressive. It seems like we didn't get any diamond or great one respawns out of those diamonds. I even shot a few mythicals and 7s afterwards to kind of get the respawns flowing again, and, well, unfortunately still nothing. So we sadly did not get any more diamond or great one respawns. However, we did get our biggest red deer ever, which is pretty insane. So let's go ahead and drop that right here, because that is an absolute beast of a diamond red deer at 271. Never did I ever think I would break 270. And then when we did, I never thought I'd get one any bigger than that. But we somehow did. And this grind is starting out way better than our Black Bear grind has been. Because as of now in the Black Bear grind, we are 2,000 kills with no great one. And only 3 rares the entire time, so it's been kind of unfortunate. But things are definitely looking up in the red deer one. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to go ahead and leave this one here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click that like button, and ring that notification bell so that you guys will never miss any of the future uploads. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below if you guys enjoyed this video, and also let me know if you guys think we're going to get this great one within the next 1,000 kills, 2,000 kills, 3,000 kills. Really curious what your opinions are. But with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!